Hello, everyone, dear viewers of the channel. I am Helena, the Guardian of Secrets, a researcher of mystical phenomena. And here with me is Vadim, a historian interested in folk culture.
Always a pleasure, Helena. Ready to delve into the unseen, or at least the often misunderstood.
Misunderstood is precisely the word for our topic today, Vadim. We're talking about creatures of the night, the silent flyers, the shadowy figures that have haunted Ukrainian folklore for centuries. Owls, crows, and bats. For many, these are harbingers of ill fortune, whispers of death. But is that all they are?
Indeed, Helena. It's a fascinating area where human psychology meets the unknown. These animals are largely nocturnal or associated with grim settings. It's natural for early cultures, lacking scientific understanding, to project their fears and anxieties onto them. The hoot of an owl in the dark, the black silhouette of a crow against a winter sky, the erratic flight of a bat, they all inherently lend themselves to ominous interpretations.
But it's more than just fear, Vadim. Take the owl, for instance. In many Ukrainian villages, an owl hooting near a house was an undeniable sign of impending death or severe illness. People would even throw salt into the fire or turn over their shoes to ward off the omen. It was believed the owl could see into the other world, carrying messages from the departed or foretelling who would soon join them. I remember a tale from Policia where an old woman swore an owl hooted exactly 3 times the night her husband passed away, and then never again.
And I would argue that such stories are powerful examples of confirmation bias, Helena. We remember the instances that fit the pattern and forget the countless times owls hooted without any subsequent tragedy. Historically, owls are predators. Their silent flight and sharp talons would make them seem mysterious and dangerous. Their eyes, unblinking in the dark, might have been seen as holding ancient, eerie knowledge. Perhaps it was a natural extension of fear for a nocturnal predator that could silently snatch prey, including small livestock, that led to them being associated with taking away life.
But what about the crow? It's not a silent predator, yet its reputation is equally dark. They are often seen as messengers, yes, but often of war, famine, or death. Farmers would interpret their calls as warnings of bad harvests, and a flock of crows circling over a village was a grave sign. They're often linked to witches, too, as familiars or companions, their caws carrying dark enchantments. There's a chilling legend from the Carpathian region about a witch who could transform into a crow, stealing the souls of the unbaptized, and her caw could curdle milk and cause crops to wither. Imagine hearing that call in the dead of night.
That's a potent image, Helena, and it highlights the human tendency to anthropomorphize. Crows are incredibly intelligent birds. Their complex social structures, their ability to mimic sounds, and their keen observational skills would have been remarkable to our ancestors. They gather in large numbers, often around carrion or battlefields, which naturally links them to death and decay. Their black plumage, too, is universally associated with mourning and darkness. It's less about them literally being witches and more about their observable behaviors feeding into a pre-existing cultural narrative of omens. We see them, they are smart, they are black, they eat dead things, ergo, they must be connected to dark forces.
Yet the symbolism isn't always purely negative. In some parts of Ukraine, a single crow flying over your right shoulder could be a sign of good news. Or, if it cawed from a specific direction, it indicated a visitor. And bats, while often linked to witches and vampires, indeed, they say a witch can turn into a bat to enter a home unseen, also have a more complex role. A dried bat's wing was sometimes hung in a stable for protection against the evil eye, or even carried for good luck in games of chance. They were believed to navigate between worlds, the living and the dead, making them powerful intermediaries.
That's where the double conclusion truly emerges. Bats are undeniably mysterious. Their unique biology, being the only flying mammals, their nocturnal habits, and their use of echolocation, these are all qualities that would have utterly mystified people. Their erratic flight pattern and tendency to hang upside down could easily be interpreted as unnatural or supernatural. From a rational perspective, the protective amulet idea could stem from a like cures like folk magic, or simply the belief that something so inherently unusual must possess unique powers, whether good or bad. It's the unknown that holds the power.
Exactly. It's the human desire to categorize and understand, to find meaning in the world around us. These creatures, existing on the periphery of our daily lives, in the shadows and the twilight, became canvases for our deepest fears and our most potent hopes. The stories tell us not just about the animals, but about the people who told them, their anxieties about illness, death, and the unseen forces influencing their lives.
Indeed, Helena. It's crucial to remember that these beliefs shaped behavior. People genuinely believed these signs, and that belief in itself had real-world consequences, from performing rituals to ward off evil to making decisions based on perceived omens. It's a testament to the power of narrative and shared cultural understanding. The mystical might not be physically real, but its impact on human history and culture is undeniable.
And that's why these stories must live on, Vadim. They are a part of our heritage, our collective soul. They remind us of a time when the world was much more enchanted, when the veil between worlds felt thinner. If you've been captivated by these tales, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the mystical world of Ukraine.
Definitely. And they offer a rich tapestry for historical and psychological study, even for the most ardent skeptic. They reflect universal human traits: fear of the unknown, the search for meaning, the power of superstition.
So, the next time you hear an owl hoot, or see a crow fly overhead, or a bat flit through the evening sky, ask yourself, is it merely a creature of the night, or is it carrying a message from a world we still barely understand? The magic, for me, lies in the possibility.
And the history lies in how those possibilities were interpreted and woven into the fabric of a nation's identity. A fascinating journey through culture and consciousness. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of the night's creatures. We always love to hear your thoughts and personal stories related to these myths. Share your comments below and join the discussion.
Until next time, keep your eyes open and your spirit attuned to the whispers of the past.